Protesters today rallied in downtown Austin. This was this afternoon, almost 2 years since the October 7th attack by Hamas against Israel, which sparked a larger conflict in Gaza. A large crowd was there to gather for speeches. We saw people waving flags, banners, and signs. Members of the Palestinian Youth Movement of Central Texas say they are protesting companies that they claim are profiteering from selling tools used by Israel in the conflict.
We are out here to say that the people of Austin reject that. We are out here to demand a total arms embargo on Israel so they can no longer kill.
And today's protest comes as there is new hope that the remaining hostages could soon be freed. Hamas and Israel both agreed to President Donald Trump's proposal to end the war, but the details of the deal are still being worked out. ABC's chief foreign correspondent Ian Pannell shows us some of the questions that remain.
As he left the White House this morning, President Trump saying indirect talks between Israel and Hamas to end the war have already begun.
They're in negotiation right now as we speak. They've started the negotiation. It'll last a couple of days. We'll see how it turns out, but I'm hearing it's going very well.
Negotiations between Israel and Hamas are set to take place Monday in Egypt. The White House says special diplomat Steve Witkoff and Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner will be part of the U.S. team at those talks. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says this is the closest we've come to getting the hostages released, but acknowledged this is not yet a done deal.
There's a lot of pitfalls along the way. There's some work to be done here. And our hope is that by the time our team gets to Cairo, 90% of this has been worked out and we're just sort of finalizing the logistical piece.
Hamas has agreed in principle to release all the remaining hostages alive or dead, though adding it would only free them if there are proper field conditions, saying they're ready to negotiate the details. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he hopes to announce the release of all remaining hostages from the Gaza Strip in the coming days. Thousands of demonstrators gathered in Tel Aviv with one message: it's now or never.
We cannot let another deal collapse.
Former hostage Keith Siegel has been advocating for the remaining hostages since his release 8 months ago. He described his 484 days of captivity.
I spent time in tunnels, suffocating 130 feet underground, gasping for our breath, left alone there with very, very little food. I witnessed violence and cruelty.
But while Hamas has agreed to some of Trump's 20-point proposal, there has been no mention of the group disarming, as the president demanded, and there are questions about just how that would happen and who would oversee it. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.